Welcome back into American Agenda. Time for the breakdown. It was just announced yesterday by the U.S. Attorney in Minnesota that a man named Abdirashid Bixi Dul, age 36, was charged in a 7-count indictment with wire fraud and money laundering for his participation in the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme. Dul is the 78th defendant charged in the largest COVID-19 fraud scheme in the country. In case you didn't know, the Feeding Our Future fraud scheme refers to the Minnesota welfare program that was designed to feed hungry children. But as I just told you, at least 78 people have been arrested for ripping it off. The loss to taxpayers in Minnesota stands at about $250 million. A lot of money. It's a big problem in the state of Minnesota, ripping off welfare programs. And Feed the Future is just one of them. Up until October, the acting U.S. attorney for Minnesota was Joe Thompson. He did an interview with a local news outlet there, and this is what he said. When current investigations are prosecuted and finished, the scope of fraud in Minnesota government programs could exceed $1 billion. Seems pretty egregious to me. So what's going on? Well, the publication City Journal came out with a big piece on this last week. Here's what they wrote. In many cases, the fraud has allegedly been perpetrated by members of Minnesota's sizable Somali community. Federal counterterrorism sources confirmed that millions of dollars in stolen funds have been sent back to Somalia, where they ultimately landed in the hands of the terror group Al-Shabab. As one confidential source put it, the largest funder of Al-Shabab is now the Minnesota taxpayer. Basically, Minnesota came up with a bunch of welfare programs, and then a certain community at large, they defrauded it, and then funneled the money to a terror group in Somalia, Al-Shabab. They also write this in City Journal, which I think sums up pretty well why this is happening. Our investigation shows what happens when a tribal mindset meets a bleeding heart bureaucracy. When imported clan loyalties collide with a political class too timid to offend, and when accusations of racism are cynically deployed to shield criminal behavior. The predictable result is graft, which taxpayers left to foot the bill. I think that's fairly accurate. It's bad enough that Congressman Tom Emmer put out this press release yesterday. Quote, Minnesota has become the land of 10,000 frauds under Tim Walz now. Reports have uncovered that these stolen taxpayer dollars are funding Al-Shabaab terrorists. This is not only a grave national security concern, it's a slap in the face to the hardworking, law-abiding people of Minnesota. It's also bad enough that the president is now involved. He posted this to Truth Social. Minnesota, under Governor Tim Walz, is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, as President of the United States, hereby terminating effective immediately the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over.